there, I know. That's why I wanna go. Jesus will be there, I know. That's why I wanna go.
In the back seat of an old Chevette.
Left, your left, hey. Left, right, your left. You got it.
Thank you for joining in today with Andrea Eichmann and Mark Peterson of the People's Patriot Project for this week's WeP3 Debrief. Find out what our crew has been working on to help support those who have given some and all to the pursuit of liberty and freedoms across Minnesota and the United States. Watch, listen, and support as we create the beacon of hope and opportunity in today's society that needs its heroes. Are you a veteran, first responder, or a patriot looking for a place to put your skill set, your thoughts, and or want to help continue the mission? You have come to the right place. We are the People's Patriot Project, and we want to be the shock and awe when it comes to meeting the needs of our veterans and first responders. We are dealing with a new enemy in today's world where the wounds are not always clean. We want to be part of this mission in saving lives and making a difference. Welcome to the WeP3 Debrief. Here's Andrea and Mark letting you know the mission. And as always, Patriot Pride.
Everything's running right on time, and just what do you do? Here we are, Monday, new week. It's new month. Life is good. We are doing our thing. We get the awesome chance to be here. Contagion effect, you guys. I'm humbled. I'm humbled by you guys, man. I'm humbled by you, Eric and Mike, and just the amazing job you guys do, and how we try to live up to the expectation you guys have created. Mr. Daniels, good to see you, brother. You know what? We know why we get to do this. This is where we come to every day. Not every day, every day. We do it. We come to it every day. It is Chucky. We get to do this every day. We get to do our mission. You get to do. Chuck gets to do his posts on his spiritual things, and great friend, played college football with him. He gets to do the things he gets to do. Jonathan gets to do the things he wants to do because the amazing men and women who have laid their life down, committed their time, sweat, blood, limbs, family, and life to give us the opportunities and the freedom to express ourselves the way we want to. And again, some of those gave a little bit. I gave a little bit. And some of them gave a lot of it, including their lives and the livelihood of their family members. And yeah, I need to stop my brain in my mouth right now. We appreciate you, brother. We appreciate you. I'm hoping that's Mr. Daniels. Thanks, Chuck, for all your support, man. I don't know who the big bird is, though. And that's Chuck likes to be funny. And Jonathan, your microphone is off, brother. I'm going to turn your microphone on. Oh, now I turned it off.
We can
There you
turn
go.
it on again if you want.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I thought that Big Bird was like your nickname from football or something like that.
No. Do you want to know the nickname? This is weird. I did have a nickname from college football. See if Chucky beats me here. We had you can't make this stuff up. We had a football coach that was driving. There it goes. That was driving a dump truck, and he got hit by a train and lived to tell about it.
Wow.
And so he may or may not always had full cognition and this and that, but he liked going around giving people nicknames. And apparently Peterson, the sin, S-E-N on the end, was close enough to swine that he started calling me Peter Swine. And then that just came to swine, and then a lot went with Swiner. And it was weird because there was like nothing that really adhered me to it, but you just let it happen. And
yeah,
a term of endearment. Chucky's was the Eclipse. He's not the Eclipse anymore, for the record. But Chuck was one of the largest men on our team. We'll just put it that way. He was known as the Eclipse. Amazing man, amazing mission in life. Love what he does. Love who he is. And we actually had the awesome opportunity. This last weekend was an alumni game for the college we went to, and got a chance to hang out with a bunch of brothers from back in the day. So I didn't know we were going to get into that stuff today, but life is good. Life is good.
Indeed it is.
He left some clothing remnants at my house, and I made a deal. Did you come clean on that deal, Chuck, or am I going to have to deflower your hoodie at my house? The jokes and the pranks between me and Chuck have gone on for years and years and years, and we got some cash on delivery. Really? That's how it's going to work? That's not how it works. I'm teasing you. You'll get your hoodie. Maybe your hoodie's going to smell like my pillow that you used one time when we were in college. Yeah. Maybe that's how we'll make this transaction work. You did that. That may or may not have happened. So our guests don't get to see. Let's tear some Band-Aids off.
Well, that's true.
The Eclipse did choose to crawl into bed with me at one time, and it is what it is, man. It's I'm confident in who I am. I know I am. So, all right, let's get to business. He thinks I chased him. I got up, I shut my door, I locked it, and he thought I was behind him, and he ran into a common area with people in the extreme, into a chapel, nonetheless. He ran into a chapel. So it is what it is. It was late at night. I don't think anyone who's going to see a large black man in the dark anyway. So it is what it is. It was the best of times, Mr. Mello bouncing between accounts. All right, let's do this thing. Yesterday, well, first of all, this is our debrief. Our debrief comes every week. After our show on Sundays, we got your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime. I don't get what you're saying. We come in, we share the mission of the People's Patriot Project, what we get done on a personal level and as an organizational level. Every Sunday, we bring to you another organization that is out there, boots on the ground, helping veterans and first responders. And if we're lucky, about 90% of the time, we get to bring you the amazing sounds of a veteran / first responder musician that you're going to hear on WeP3 Radio. Is out recording in the world of music, and last night is no different. And we had two amazing guests. Our Boots on the Ground organization was Mr. Scott Friedenberg, who runs an organization called Ruck It Up for Warriors. And I like physical activity. I don't know there's ever been a ruck of any kind that I've taken part in that I've said, oh, this is the greatest time of my life. Ever. Now, I don't want to take away from what Scott is doing, because it takes a special person. It takes a special person to do that. And there's usually like a oath of commitment before you go on the ruck that says, you know what, I'm doing this for a reason. The reason is because we've had men and women sacrifice. We've had men and women endure a lot more than what I'm going to endure during this ruck march. I've heard some really, really cool entry. I don't want to call them poem, but oaths. We'll call it an oath. And these guys commit, and gals commit, to wearing a load anywhere from 25 pounds to 70 pounds and carry it in the name and memory of people who have fallen. And that's what his organization is doing. Ruck It Up for Warriors. The really cool thing is, and I didn't realize, and he's got an event coming up this weekend, and it's a virtual and present event. Yeah. You can do it anywhere. Just get in and go on to Facebook.com and go to Ruck It Up for Warriors, and you can register there. And this gives you the chance to raise funds for Ruck It Up for Warriors. And that happens October 7th. That's a Saturday. And where you get a chance to go and try to, again, you get to bring memories of people that have done this for real life, and maybe not be with us any longer, and to help raise funds for organizations that have committed to being boots on the ground. You can see there's going to be cornhole, military vendors certified. I don't even know how to say that word. Piedmontese? What is that? I'm going to learn a new word today. Are you on it, Jonathan?
I'm on it.
You're boom, boom, boom. Beef, bake sale, good friends, and more. And maybe someone out there. There's someone out there that's smarter than me anyway, so that can say, well, you're not just a fly on the wall. We just I don't know who you are, man. You're going to have to give us a little bit of something. Now, there is a trick to this. If you haven't signed on to our pages before, there is a link that you can go into that will allow us to see who you are. There is no fees. It will not attach to any of your accounts. But if you click the StreamYard .com/Facebook link, or it is a link. That's what it is. You'll see it in your comments. You'll be able to we'll be able to see who you are. If not, just put your name down real quick. And I have a feeling it's another one of our brothers from the old gridiron days, but there's no way of me telling from right now. So not just a fly on the wall. You just got to figure it out, man. Figure it out. Lots of things going on. I'd like to thank our guests again. Not guests, but our viewers today. Sorry, lots of things going on. We got Mr. Mello here. We've got Chuck here. We got Mr. Mello. I think I said that twice now. We got Bourbon Battle Buddies. Who's that Bourbon Battle Buddies guy? I don't know. He's got something going on. That's okay, too. People here. Is the commission your ear?
Yeah.
It looked like a headlock was
just me and him. It's just me and him home right now, and he's standing over here blowing on his whistle, and it's really loud. It's really loud to me. I don't know if y'all can hear it.
Who bought the cool whistle for him?
I don't want to say it was me, but it might have been me.
Yeah. Not completely thought out of.
Some regretful moment long ago.
You know what I bought my kids their entire life as they're growing up? Cotton balls. That's what I bought them. That's all they ever got. I just bought them cotton balls.
Bring those to me when you want to get loud, and I'll put them in.
I don't even need it. That's what they had to play with. They just played with cotton balls. They don't make noise. They don't. That's not true. You know it's not true.
Piedmontese, Mark. I guess that's how you say it.
Yeah.
It is it's a domestic cattle that originated in Piedmont in northwest Italy.
You know what? There's a little bit of pieces to this that is starting to make a little bit more sense, because I couldn't figure out why it had beef in there. Certified Piedmontese beef. See that?
Now you see that's yeah.
We probably need to help our brother out with his graphics a little bit, maybe. No criticism here. No criticism. Just
I need to help him out with getting rid of some of that beef.
Truth. And that's not one of the family names of types of cattle that I'm familiar with, being from the great state of Wyoming. You know, Angus and Hereford and Charolais, and we don't have Brahmas, but I know what Brahmas are. Yeah, well, whatever. What do we do next? Well, I think
we can do some music.
We can talk about music.
I like talking about music. Although we had Chris Turner on last night, but man, I've been waiting to talk to Chris Turner for a hot minute. But some stuff was going on the side last night, and I was not very good at taking notes, so I will not have my usual information. This is a little mix of stuff that Andrea helped me put together last night because she was paying attention while I was handling some business. But anyways, Chris has – I get to use it. Chris has a plethora of great music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just said that.
Plethora, good word.
And you would do yourself a disservice if you didn't go listen to all of it, because last night's 3 songs that we played are just the tip of the iceberg. He's on Apple Music, Spotify. He's got some stuff on YouTube Music as well. But the 3 songs we played last night was Take You Out, Some people know it as the Waffle House song, but the official title is Take You Out, and we'll get into why here shortly. Chris was relatively new to starting a serious music career, and after a show, they went into a Waffle House and witnessed some things that inspired him to write this song, and it became a hit sensation, and he closes out the majority of his shows, if not all of them, with this song now. But the actual franchise would not publicly sponsor him or the song, so it was retitled to Take You Out. Next song was All in the Same Boat, and this was written when the world was how do I say this part? The world was shutting down and wearing facial coverings, and wondering when the world would go back to normal, but we were all in the same boat. So the song All in the Same Boat. Great song, by the way. The last was You're One of Us. Richie McDonald, believes the lead singer of Lone Star, actually was one of the writers on this song. And you can find it on Chris's album titled American Made from 2018. And this album tells a story with each song, and they all lead back to America. Chris is a veteran and a patriot, and his passion for his brothers and sisters in arms and just America in general is unwavering. So give Chris a follow wherever you find your music. As stated before, he's on Apple Music, Spotify, and YouTube.
I love it. I'm actually trying to, because we did have some technical errors last night in our event, and apparently the last song didn't come through. So I'm doing a quick download and relaunch of it to see if it can play today on our outing. Mr. Williams wants us to talk about our event last weekend. It's so one of the things that we do is we try to be boots on the ground with other organizations across the country to help support, promote, get their stuff off the ground, let people know the story of what's going on, and it's not necessarily the common folk we want to know about it. It's the veterans and first responders that are out there searching for help, searching for needs, searching for resources. Because a lot of times they call and there's no one on the other side of the line. I would like you to ponder for a moment how you would feel if you're in distress and you dialed 911 and no one answered that phone call. And that's kind of the piece, because there's a specialized care when it comes to veterans and first responders. They're the same as everyone else, but here's the deal. Your police officers who are struggling at a moment may not want the rest of his police force to know that he's struggling for a moment. That becomes a stigma. Some people could lose their jobs. And again, I get it, and I don't want anyone that's struggling with social and emotional disorders necessarily working when they're dealing with some of those things. But I also know that we can get ahead of this and be there for support for these men and women who have signed the dotted line to go out there and save all our tails at any given moment. And I think it'd be the same thing. I mean, it's something I'm very passionate about, and making sure no one wants to deal with, hey, because we all have moments. We all fall short at some point or some time. And it would just be awesome if we could all provide the resources that we needed to take care of these men and women. Also, just the fact that the traumas that they are seeing, the experiences that they're experiencing, the turmoil that they see on a daily, are all because they want to make your world a better place. So we went and we support Sudden Ridge Farms in their event. That was every third Saturday is the nonprofit that gets supported. We were down at Hero Stock down in Nebraska a couple of weekends ago, helping Jason Steiner. An amazing array of people across the country came in to support that event. Even talking with Chris Turner and his Stop 22 tour and the things that he does with Romans Warrior Foundation. And I can't do everything from the hip here, but the Great Memory Wall, and I know that's not the name of it. I'm sorry, Brian. Romans, we'll get it up here real quick, but I'm going from the cuff because our people that are coming and listening want to know about what we're doing. And we support these organizations. They support us when we're involved in events. And the amazing thing is first time we met Chris Turner, he had invited us to come down to an event in Nashville to see the kickoff of his Stop 22 tour. And then the really cool thing is he asked us to come back when we got to be part of the end of his Stop 22 tour, and just had some amazing experiences. And I selfishly, this is one of my peers that was on our football team, Crown College is where I went to school. It is a school for pastoral ministries and for missionary work, ran by the Christian Missionary Alliance. And one of my brothers from the Gridiron asked me, what are you doing for church now, Peterson? And I said, I'm not doing the sit in the pew church right now. Haven't been for a minute, and that's okay. My church is serving. My church is being fed by brothers and sisters that have laid their lives and their pieces on the line. And that's it's kind of funny because we use the music through our veteran and first responder musicians. That is I can't think of the right word right now. It is what it is. Brain moment. Chuck is taxing me right now. Gosh dang it. That's okay too. Romans Warrior Foundation and the Global War on Terror Wall of Remembrance. Thank you, Jonathan. That's the wall that travels with the Stop 22 tour. We have kind of a plan for that. Not that we get to tell Brian Romans what he's doing, but I think we have a way that more people can see that wall and see the people that have committed their lives to serving their country. But we'll get that stuff all planned out. Going ahead to Columbus, Ohio Police Academy right now for their open house. They have an early. Well, you know what? It takes a special person, especially in that field, and we would love to help support that young lady and everything that she does in the deciding to serve her community in that manner. That is a different space to serve right now, and we are with her. Thanks for sharing that, Chucky. We're totally off script, aren't we, Jonathan?
A little bit. There you go. That ought to help you. That ought to help you get back on script.
The radio station. That's we make sure you check out WeP3 Radio. All you gotta do is click the link, and everything you hear on that radio station is 100% veteran and first responder musicians. And we're constantly working to help support those guys. We call it the trifecta. What they're doing is therapeutic for them. The music, I don't know. Music is like food for me. I don't know that there's anyone, and I know someone can pipe up and argue this with me, but it's like food. I mean, every single day you're taking in a piece of food. I'm almost confident, almost everyone takes in some kind of music during their day, and that feeds their soul. When you hear that music from the day when you're ask your little lady friend or guy friend or whatever to go to prom, and you got those little slow dance memories and that these guys are creating those kinds of memories as well. Now remember, their service dictates not for all of them. So I can tell you right now, Take You Out, the Waffle House, has nothing to do with military service or PTSD or military sexual trauma or any of that. It's just an anthem of good time, good life, good fun. And our musicians have a ton of that music. And so give it a roll, give it a chance, give it a try. If you hate it, don't come back to it. But if you liked what's on there, we actually have a meeting tonight at 1800 with our staff about putting more and more and more music. We're about 100 musicians behind in getting music up on that radio station, but we're gonna fix that. We're gonna remedy that piece. So, I would like to thank Mr. Madsen, Michael Madsen, Military Mike, as he goes by, for all the support he does with us in the radio. He gets the stuff when we get it to him. He puts it up on Foxhole Internet Radio Network, and that's how we get to have WeP3 Radio out there. You can do that part, Mr. Jonathan.
Oh, the part I'm highlighting right now?
Yeah. Look at that. From the cuff, smooth.
The neck, it's relatively smooth, I guess. Next week's guests are, oh, look, I didn't get off the page. We got Crystal and Heidi with Wheelchairs for Warriors. These are some people that Mark had the chance to meet when he was, this is when you were down there with Ozzy Ramos, right?
Absolutely. Ozzy Ramos, yep.
Okay. And we're going to have Derek Thompson of Shadow Mark, who's going to be coming on as a musician. And he's got some great songs that I'm looking forward to him sharing with us live.
I'm going to mess this up. We might have a little glitch here, but I want to just get it loaded up and hopefully.
Gotcha.
Yeah. The things we do. Oh, look at that. We'll pause that real quick.
Check us out on YouTube if you get a chance. Give us I almost said like, but subscribe, and you'll get a notification whenever we go live, and you can just hop right on and check us out.
Absolutely. I don't need to apologize, but I know that sometimes we get in here on Mondays and our content might be a little mundane, and it's kind of made that way for a reason. I really wish we could share with you all the things that we're working on. We're working on an internship on a national athletic event that our veterans will be able to be present to. We're working on a national televised event for 2024. I mean, all these things are in the motion and in moving, and we're talking to people. I hate saying this, and I got to share this. Chris isn't here, but I was talking to Chris pre-show the other night, and I am so blessed because out of nowhere, our musicians just call and or text and say, hey, just wanted to chat, connect, see what's going on, blah, 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 blah. And Chris's comment was, and we say this a lot, not necessarily about Chris, but about a lot of our musicians. Chris made this comment, Jonathan. So this is for your ears, but for us to figure out how we fix the problem. He goes, if I hear one more person say, why am I not listening to this guy more on the radio? I want to punch it. No, he didn't say he was going to punch anybody, but it's frustrating for him too. Chuck, thank you, buddy. Thanks for coming and checking on, man. I love you, man. Take care of that little girl so she can take care of us. Can you imagine the frustration of these musicians that have great talent? And again, it's kind of like, so bear with me for a moment. It's kind of like the people that come up to us and say, thank you for your service. Thank you for acknowledging I served. I appreciate it. My service was for me. I never go after anyone for saying that, but I can totally get where Chris is at when he's saying, I hear it all the time. And I'm like, okay, How do we fix that, Chris? Because everyone's intent is to let you know that they appreciate your music. Are you got some thoughts?
Something else that I can add to the list of things that we're working on.
Yeah. Mello, tell me more. Think is a radio station actually played? Just think if radio stations actually played veteran artists. Just think about it. Boom. Yeah. You know what? I know a radio station that does that. I'm going to put you on the spot, Mello. Do you listen to WeP3 radio? Do you?
I was just thinking about that. How many people don't know outside of the circle of people that we have and Contagion Effect? Because, I mean, everybody's kind of building up the same steps, right? So how many people out there don't even know that there's a radio station that plays all veteran and first responder artists? And how many radio stations out there would jump at the chance to say that there's veterans and put on an hour? Like, you know, they do like the lunch hour or whatever, and they play requested music. How many radio stations would say, oh, we'll play that for an hour at 3:00 every day? Or, you know,
well, I'd be okay if they even did it at that time where no one is listening, quote unquote. Give us the downtime to start off with, because I guarantee you, that it would change. Thank you, brother. I was messing with you a little bit, but at the same time, I saw what do you call it? The data of the radio station today. Mr. Madsen sent it to me, and it's got some spikes in it, and we'll get it fixed. I'm not worried about it, but we got to let people know. Now, we have a plan on how to help people know. It's these events that we're talking about. I hate saying, because these guys are my A-listers. You got A-listers out there, right? These guys are I sit and listen to Chris Turner. I sit and listen to Jen Ford. I sit and listen to Mike O'Donnell. The list goes on. Shannon Book, Scotty Hastings. The list goes on. I'm leaving. We have 160 musicians on our well, they're not on our radio station yet, but in our catalog, 160 musicians. They're all amazing. And we're going to get their stuff out there. So our events are going to piggyback some A-listers. And I hate saying that because I would like our veterans and first responder musicians to shine on their own, but it's kind of like they don't need training wheels. That's not it at all. They're doing their stuff. They're out on tours. They're out in bars. They're out. They just haven't had that major venue opportunity yet. So that's what the WeP3 Nashville Takeover was about last year when we went down to Nashville and played 6 venues in 5 days. That's what that was about. Well, now we're taking a bigger bite. And we just can't put out the information yet. Not that anyone's going to steal it. I'm not worried about that. I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. But we have a major event that we are planning on being televised on a major television network at a major venue with major A-listers and our veterans that get to, I'm not going to say coattail. I mean, here's the truth. We're doing the event for our veteran and first responder musicians. So I'm going to say that the A-listers are actually coattailing our musicians, the musicians that are, because the only reason we're bringing in the A-listers is to sell the tickets right now. And once they sell the tickets, they're going to hear our amazing musicians. Once those amazing musicians get their music out there in the world, it ain't going to stop, man. It ain't going to stop. That's why, and I can't remember his name, the young man that plays the steel guitar, Anthony Oliver. That's how they found him. Jelly Roll, that's how they found him. We're pushing it. We're pushing it. We'll slam dunk it. I think that's what we got, bro.
I feel like it is. Let me scan one more time.
Throw up some hashtags. Make sure you're doing them. Make sure you like it. Oops, I just changed everything in our document. Andrew is going to fire me.
I do that quite often.
It's doing it again. It's doing it again. All right. When the boss is away, the kids don't know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for Pete's sakes, I think I did it again. All right. I'm done. I think, nope, that ain't going to work. Jonathan, please help this handicapped folk. I think I got it queued. I think it's ready to roll. We got Mr. Chris Turner with You're One of Us. And like I said last night, it seems like it didn't work on the out. And so we'll make sure it's playing tonight. And we want to thank Chris Turner and Mr. Scott Friedenberg for coming on last night and being part of our show and our mission. And I just got a message and it's all good. Deep. How about we just get to business? This is Chris Turner. Well, stop doing that. I know, right? This is Chris Turner with You're One of Us. So it is that special little thing that happens to us when we do this, and it's not going to play. So we apologize. That's one that I wanted to get out there, but you know what? How we can always punt. And so I'm going to give you.
Don't shut it down yet.
Huh?
So don't shut it down yet. I'm going to see if I can find it.
Well, I wasn't going to shut it down. I was just going to play another one of his songs.
Oh, okay. That works.
But there's another song that we have in our catalog of his that we didn't play last night, and I'm going to give you A, B, or C, and you get to decide.
I'm going to go with C.
C. This is Chris Turner. If You Drink.
Yeah.
He was driving somewhere between Gallup and Winslow on an old stretch of Route 66. At the end of his rope, looking for hope, but he found this old bar here instead. The neon was dusty, the door hinges rusty, on the window a handwritten sign. Between the Paps and the Coors and the two swinging doors, faded words, but he read them just fine. If you cheat, hope it's death that you're cheating. If you lie, lie with someone you love. If you fight, do it for the right reasons. If you drink, then come drink one with us. The whole place was packed. The waitress waved him on back, set him up on the last stool. She said, man, I can tell you've been going through hell. Well, we've all come out of there too. And we live by our own golden rule. If you cheat, hope it's dead that you cheat. If you lie with someone you love. If you fight, do it for the right reasons. If you drink, then come drink one with us. All we can do is the best that we can. So we're all sinners, forgivers, and friends. If you cheat, hope it's dead that you cheat. If you lie with someone you love. If you fight, do it for the right reasons. If you drink, then come drink one with us. If you drink, then come drink one with us. Drink one with us.